And I should clarify that my takeaway from the Shostakovich thing, the bit where you become an invalid, but despite that, you still do great things. You still go a long way in your 60s. I'm heading into my 60s soon. What? That's ridiculous. But my takeaway from the Shostakovich thing wasn't the bit, where you become an invalid. Stuff that. I'm not doing that. I'm planning to give my 25-year-old self a run for his money, the bastard. I reckon I can beat him. Big words. But it's the other bit, sure, you can go well even if you're an invalid, but you can go well if you're not as well. Being in great shape doesn't preclude you from going well. That's my plan. It might not end up that way. I could get hit by a truck right now. I'm on my way to prison. I'm heading to Malmesbury. Jackie, I'm just passing Woodend right now. Mount Macedon's over there, but I can't touch my phone. Otherwise I'd show you. Michael and I went up the side of that in his four-wheel drive during Ash Wednesday. No, just after Ash Wednesday. These are journals, Tony and I had come back from Mildura. We were there during the Ash Wednesday bushfires, and we saw all the smoke from the Adelaide Hills, because Ash Wednesday was in the Adelaide Hills as well, and here on Mount Macedon as well. And Tony and I had been great picking up there in the Valiant, in the Val. One famous moment, what's that big pole that goes right through the middle of your car underneath? The thing that spins around and turns your wheels. I forget what it's called. I'm thinking Conrod, but it's not that. It's the thing that if, my dad said, you're lucky that thing fell out in Mildura, because it did. You're lucky that thing, can't even remember what it's called, fell out back end first. We were going down the main drag of Mildura in the Val, and the back fell out, and the whole thing came out and all that sort of stuff. Fixed it on the spot. Mainly Tony fixed it on the spot. And Dad said, because you don't want it falling out at the front and digging in. I don't know what would happen there. What happens is that huge big conrod, I know it's not a conrod, does that huge big rod, whatever it is, does it come up through the floor and up through the roof? I don't know. That would be funny. You go, oh well, keep driving. Whoa, we're not driving. I don't know why. But look, I do remember, because this is a journal, it's just for fun. It was pretty hot, and Tony and I think we had someone else there at the time, I can't remember. But as the traffic went past, we had to go and find all the little stick bearings. The Val, Tony pulled over to the side, and we got the big conrod, whatever it's called, but all the bearings were on the road, the little stick bearings. I do remember that. They had little grooves in them and we were ducking out amongst the traffic. I think we had shorts on and maybe thongs or no shoes at all, I can't remember. And we'll, come on, said Tony, find all the stick bearings. So we're finding all the stick bearings, and Tony sort of put them all back in, and then we shoved the conrod back in, and amazingly off we went again. I don't know how that happened, but it worked. Anyway, came back to Melbourne and caught up with Michael, and straight afterwards, and by then Macedon was a blackened mess. It was just it's in my rear vision mirror now, but that was just black, just sticks, black sticks. And Michael said, I'm going to go up and check out Mount Macedon. So I went, and he picked me up, and we went up the side. We didn't get that far up the side, Mike. You'd have to tell me. I can't remember, but I know we got a fair way up, and then you turned around and came back down again. I think we were going up some telecom track, whatever. But I know we got a fair way up. It was easy to get in. I think the fences were down, all sorts of stuff. It was easy to access. Yeah. No Twitter then, you know. No Facebook. You know, people taking a little video camera, you know, taking a little video with their phone and saying, "Who are these hooligans?" You know, we didn't have that back then. The worst that could happen is, you know, some CFA guy could come and tell you off, or a cop or something. But, you know, we didn't see much except burnt trees, but we went up the side. Okay, that's all. It's just a journal entry. Onwards to Kyneton now and Malmesbury. I'm not touching anything.